Tell your soul to me, I will never let go completely. One day our hands will be strong enough to hold me. I might not be there for all your battles, but you'll win them eventually. I pray that I'm giving you all that matters, so one day you say to me, I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful.
I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. All right. Hey, ladies. Woohoo. Brace yourself for today. We are going to do some tweaks to your daily habits that can boost your weight loss success. Woohoo. Welcome to our Daily Energy Bite. That's the Deb Show, where we are helping you create the health of your dreams. How are you ladies today?
I'm doing good.
Good job. Yay. OJ, you good?
I'm doing excellent.
Yeah. So we're live here.
Yeah, I'm
Eastern.
doing great. Thank you.
Good job. All right. So we're doing our Weight Wellness Week. Today we are talking about daily habits that can help you have success with weight loss. And then tomorrow we're going to be in the kitchen to make something that is a good, nutritious, satisfying meal for, helping you with your weight loss. Because we haven't talked a lot about the food. And we have, for our audience, you can win the How Not to Diet book by Dr. Michael Greger by paying attention at the very end for our word of the day and sending it to me by email, DM, or put it in the chat or the comments. And you can have a chance to win that book, which is comprehensive book. All right. So we're going to do a review from yesterday. And OJ, I didn't get a chance to research your question. So I have that question still on the back burner for you. So hopefully I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. All right. For our review from what we've talked about, so if you're making changes because you want to lose weight or any other change, it will take some effort. So you can't ignore the fact that it's going to take you some effort. If it didn't take you any effort, you'd be where you are today, and that's it. We want to feel great now. We don't want to feel great when, or we don't want to feel great if. We want to feel great now. So this is all about loving yourself and making sure that you're living in the present when it comes to really embracing where you're at. Embrace your body the way it is, embrace your weight the way it is. And that's going to be the first step to success. If you can't do that, then, or don't want to do that, then you will have more trouble trying to make this a lifestyle change. So we got to make some effort, feel great now. And the key ingredients for a weight loss diet is it has to be sustainable. It has to be safe, nutritionally complete, and life extending. And there's one I don't think we talked about. It has to be delicious, because if it's tastes like cardboard, you're not going to want to continue that any longer than you have to. Through research, they found the best diet for weight loss is actually a whole food, plant-based diet. And when you're looking at your diet, make sure you're eating a variety of foods, whole foods. Limit or cut out those ultra processed foods. They have lots of ingredients that are not good for us, and the whole food is no longer anywhere to be found in those foods. And then we will also want to eliminate the sugar, oil, and salt as much as we can, especially, and that's like totally what processed foods are all about. those things are actually addicting. So it might, it might be a bit of a challenge. It's something you have to work at, but that's where the effort comes from. And I believe if you put in the good foods into your body first, you won't have room for any of the bad foods or the processed foods. But again, it does take effort. So we had some weight loss hacks that we talked about yesterday. So the first one is accountability and self-monitoring. The second one is some 5 specific foods that can help you with appetite suppression. And they're not that hard to, they're except for the saffron, which is an expensive spice. The other things are all very reasonable, pennies a day to keep up with them. You don't need to spend a ton of money. And the third hack was to stay hydrated. All right. So today we're going to lay out some daily habits. So here are some things that you can do in your day to help you with your weight loss. So obviously the first thing is you have to eat well first. And I would hope that you would try a whole food plant-based diet or something thereof. I know it's not always easy. There's lots of things. I hear the first thing people say is they can't cut out the cheese. We have good, at least I think, being in this for 10 years now, we do have substitutes. Like we have foods that do taste cheesy. It's not the same as cheese, but there are ways to get some of those flavors and to get your family favorites and eat the foods that you like. Just healthier versions of them. May see that your tastes do change. Like it's been so long since I had cheese, would be hard for me to compare, but definitely we have cheese. And my daughter, shout out to my daughter, total cheeseaholic. And if she can do it, anyone can do it because, man, she could eat anybody around it, anybody with cheese. It was like her favorite food. But there are things that you can do. All right. So all of these weight loss hacks and these daily habits are really to supplement your eating habits and to help. They can help with your weight loss, but they are not a substitute and do not replace a healthy diet. So if you do these daily habits, but you're eating a real crap diet, it's not going to help you. You need to change the diet first and eat the healthy foods. Make it a lifestyle first before that. And so I want you to listen to these hacks, these daily habits. And there's more. This is just some of them. And listen to them and have an ear for which ones you think that you could put into your daily habits now. What if you could start with those? All right, are you ready, ladies? Okay, so here we go. Number 1 is to preload your meals with water. So that could be cool or cold water. So if you're getting something into your stomach before you eat, it might help to curb your appetite, and it has been shown to be effective to help people with losing weight. And so we're talking about 2 glasses of water before you eat. Probably not right before you eat, but within a half an hour or something. The number 2 is very similar to that. It's a preload. This is a preload with negative calories. So this is where we're getting money into the bank instead of taking it out. We're not making a withdrawal. We're actually putting it in. So it has been shown that eating a light salad or having a light soup before, or an apple before you actually eat your main meal. So think of it as an appetizer, will help to curb your appetite and help you with your weight loss so that you're not eating as much during your meals. So when you're talking about the salad or the soup, it would be 100 calories or less. So this is where your rabbit food can come in. When I think of that for a soup, I would think of like a vegetable type soup or a vegetable puree. You know, you can do the same thing with a smoothie, making a smoothie. You can make a soup the same way with some vegetables and some water and stuff. And like almost like you could make a gazpacho or some kind of soup like that, 100 calories or less, or have a salad or have an apple. And you know, that apple a day is still helps to keep the doctor away. That's no joke. All right. The third one you can actually use with your salad, and that's to incorporate some vinegar with each of your meals. So that would be about 2 teaspoons of vinegar. So you could actually have a lettuce kind of or a vegetable salad, like a house or a garden salad, and add some vinegar. And you could put whatever vinegar you want. There's lots of different kinds of vinegar, you know, a balsamic, or you could use a white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. There's white wine and red wine vinegars. So you can, you know, make lots of different choices. For vinegar, you could have it with a glass of water. So that would be maybe first thing in the morning. The glass, if you're having a breakfast, have a little bit of apple cider vinegar with water. And it actually tastes not too bad. I actually thought the first time I tried apple cider vinegar with water, I thought, oh, this is going to taste terrible. And it was just, it almost had like a, not a lemony flavor, but kind of similar to if you added lemon to your water. Gives it a bit of flavor, but it's not overpowering. Just 2 teaspoons. If you're just drinking don't have the apple cider vinegar or vinegar by itself. Don't just like take 2 teaspoons. But if you have it with water, rinse your mouth out after so that you're protecting your enamel on your teeth, because vinegar has been shown to help erode the, if it's a stain, any acidic thing like that, can erode your enamel. So just make sure you kind of rinse your mouth out before you do that. So you can have your salad, a little bit of vinegar. That's a couple of ideas that you can do. Here's another one. Eat in an area that's where you're not distracted. So no phone, no TV. And, you know, when I grew up, we always ate at the dinner table all the time. I mean, I was fortunate that I was able to come home for lunch. And I know kids now don't come home for lunch from school very rarely. But I lived across the street from the school, so I would come home for lunch. And we always ate at the kitchen table. And same thing, when my dad got home from work, we would all sit down and have a meal as a family. And that tradition kind of got lost, for at least for me and my family. And I think we were just so busy running to dance lessons and soccer and all these things that I swear we were eating in the car half the time and not really sitting down as a family and eating a meal together at the table. So when I go home to visit my parents still eat their meals at the table. And I really enjoy that time to sit as a group and eat. So even if you're by yourself, you know, if you have a place at your kitchen table or your dining room table that you can sit, you know, make it nice, have some flowers, set up a placemat. You know, you can use your fine china if you want. Pamper yourself and eat your meals distracted. Again, no TV, and put the phone to the side as well and concentrate on eating. So then the next trick is to extend your meals to 20 minutes. So instead of scarfing down your food in 5 minutes, extend it. That helps to for your satiety to kick in so that you start feeling full and you don't want to go back for seconds and thirds. You know, when we eat so fast and scarf our meals down, we're not giving our stomach and our brain time to connect and realize that we're full and we don't need to eat anymore. So 20 minutes. And some of the ways that you can help to draw out your 20 minutes for eating is to chew more bites. So we, as a society, tend to not chew enough. I know what I was told is to chew 30 bites. And, if you're eating something that's soft, 30 bites is going to be like, feel like a lot, and it's probably not going to happen. But if you're eating something that's harder, like celery and carrots and stuff, make sure that you're chewing good and well. And you can maybe even try counting the 30 bites. And that chewing is actually the first part of our digestion. So if you're not chewing enough, it's going down into your stomach, and it's not as digested as the stomach would like. It's in bigger chunks, and that's hard on our digestive system. So this will help to draw out your meals, but it also is good for your digestive system. So that would be one. Another one is slow down. Don't eat so fast. Just be mindful about your eating. Take your time. And during we talked about gratitude. Just while you're eating, have some gratitude for the food that you're eating. So those are some things. Then we're moving on to number 6 in our list. And that would be to take a daily dose of some of the things we talked about yesterday. So I'm just going to go through a list of, I've got 6 things here that you could try. We talked about some of them yesterday. Some of them weren't on our 3 hacks that we talked about yesterday. So number 1 is black cumin. So that would be about 1/4 of a teaspoon a day. So that's not a lot. You can, I think one of the hacks was to add black cumin to your pepper shaker. If you're doing pepper, that will help to get some on. But you could just add it to your meal. If there's lots of ways you can do that. The next one is 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And our family loves garlic. That's like our staple. So we have no problem getting 1/4 teaspoon of garlic in the day. I don't think we ever would have that problem. Ground ginger. So this would be about 1 teaspoon a day, or you could do 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is really good for like your blood. It acts as a blood thinner if you need it. I mean, it only is going to do that if you need to thin your blood, but it has a lot of other properties besides just helping to curb your weight and help you lose weight. So those are a couple more. Again, you can use them as spices. You could throw your ginger into a smoothie every day. That would be an easy way to do that. The 4th one is nutritional yeast. So nutritional yeast is something, I think if you are plant-based, you probably are already familiar with your nutritional yeast, but it's yellow, flaky. It's not a powder, but it's flaky, solid that is got a cheesy type of flavor. So when you're looking at replacing cheese in the plant-based world, nutritional yeast is usually there as one of the ingredients. If you want, it's great on popcorn. You can add a little bit to popcorn. It gives it a cheesy flavor. So it's easy to add. You can add it to a dressing or as a flavoring to things that you're making. And you could do mac and cheese with nutritional yeast. And you can, because we're not dealing with all the oils that come in with cheese, you can make a mac and cheese that has a lot less calories and a lot less oil than what you'll find in traditional mac and cheese. All right, cumin we talked about yesterday. So that would be 1/2 teaspoon for lunch and 1/2 teaspoon for dinner. And you could use that as a spice to spice on your meals. It is one of the most popular spices behind black pepper in the world. So you can add that. Then ground flaxseed, about 1 tablespoon a day. So ground flaxseed, if you want to add that in, you can add it into like a granola, into your smoothie. Kathy, you were talking yesterday that you add chia seeds into your smoothie. You could, and chia seeds is great too. You can add the chia seeds and not the instead of the ground flaxseed, but either one of those will work. And you, like I said, you can just put them into your smoothie and just make sure you blend it well, and it will add to it. And in the plant-based world, sometimes like for some things like baking and stuff, rather than one of the substitutes for eggs is actually a flaxseed egg, which is really just ground flaxseed with water. And as I mentioned yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, it's got to be ground. And if you grind it up, it goes rancid fairly quickly, and you have too much, or you buy it in the bag as ground flaxseed. Keep it in the freezer because it will spoil very quickly and go rancid. So be careful on that. All right. Ready for number 7? All right. On our list for number 7 is to stay hydrated. So we are talking about drinking enough water throughout the day. Approximately 9 cups a day for adult women and 13 cups a day for adult men. Keeping yourself hydrated is really important. Just by if you front load your meals with water, that gets rid of half your daily intake or more. If you do 2 cups before you eat, then you're getting rid of a lot of the water already. And you've already kind of at least halfway to making that a daily habit. You have to be careful too, not to drink too much water. So if you're going over 3 cups an hour, then you're actually getting into the realm of too much water. So you don't want to overdo it. Don't get too carried away with the water. And then the last one that I want to talk about, number 8 on this list, is to weigh yourself twice a day. So this is like such a foreign concept for me. But the studies have shown that the accountability and self-monitoring from weighing yourself actually is very important and does help. And even when you get to your weight loss goal, you should still continue to weigh yourself, because that is the best form of self-monitoring to keep you on track and make sure you don't get off track and start gaining again. So for me, hey, did any of you weigh yourself this morning? I weighed myself. I didn't like it, but I weighed myself this morning. So I don't know if I'll see about weighing myself in the evening. There's this thing about, you weigh less in the morning than you do in the evening. I'm not sure if it's true, but hopefully it's consistent day in and day out. And I'm going to set myself up a little goal to track my weight every day so I can monitor and actually see it and not just step on the scale. But the first step is to step on the scale. All right. So there are more that we can go through, but for today, that's what we're going to, I thought were some really good tips and daily habits that you can put into place. So what do you think? Is there some that you guys think that you can actually put to use quite quickly? Or do you think you have to think about it?
So I think I can do some quickly. I don't know if I've ever had cumin in my entire life. Like, what would be a dish that cumin would be in?
Oh, Mexican and
Oh, okay.
Indian food will have cumin in it.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And
Then I have had it.
yeah, I'm sure you have. Start light. Like I know when we started with some spices, like I didn't grow up with a lot of spices other than garlic was the main one that I grew up with, and salt and pepper. And I'm not a pepper fan, but when we started putting some of the spices like curry and stuff, we started slowly, just adding a little bit so we get a little bit of the flavor. And over time, we started adding a little bit more and a little bit more. So you can start lightly. But I mean, half a teaspoon is not a lot to, to put in something. But start light and try it. You never know. You might find that you really like it. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I do like Indian food. I do like Mexican food. So chances are I will. I just didn't know that that's what was in it.
Yeah, they definitely use those. Actually, cumin is the second most popular spice in the world, and that's kind of interesting because we don't see it a lot either. It's not in, like, I don't think you see it in like Italian food and stuff, which is probably more what we see here. I don't know, but yeah. Try it. Definitely try it.
It was interesting what you said about vinegar because I had never really thought about vinegar other than in cooking or salad dressing. But then I started meeting people, and when they were sick, I would see them, like at work, I would see them putting vinegar in their tea, and I'd never heard of that. And so then I went to there's like an organic market here, and so I went down the cold and flu aisle, and everything had organic apple cider vinegar in it. It was weird. I never thought about it before, but that's something I definitely could do because I tried it. I thought it was good. It was kind of citrusy.
Yeah, it does give kind of a citrusy taste to it.
Yeah.
Have you had it as a tea?
I've taken my black tea and I've added like a tablespoon or two into my black tea.
And that was good?
It was good. It was good. I didn't need lemon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, so what a great tip is, you could do apple cider vinegar with your tea, or I'm not saying coffee because I drink tea in the morning. So with my first cup of tea, I can have some apple cider vinegar. Yeah, that sounds good. It is definitely good. And a lot of times people will take it to kind of wake up their liver and stuff as well. It's good for that. But it's good for weight loss, which is great too. So those are a couple of easy things. So if you want, try and pick, that's the homework for the day, is to try and pick 3 new daily habits that you can start implementing right away.
I can do that.
Yeah. And they're good. I think they're good for you anyways, even if you don't, if your goal isn't to lose weight, you can still, they're still good for you. And then the other thing, which I didn't put on the list, but is to start maybe with 3 habits. If you want to do more, that's fine, but add 3 more habits in 2 months. So 2 months down the road, so that would be the middle of March, I guess. Look at middle to end of March, look at adding 3 more habits. Give yourself some time to integrate these things and get comfortable with them. And then in a couple of months, add some more of the helpful tips and the healthy habits. And so that would be a great way. So is there any questions for today?
I reserve the right to ask further questions, but nothing for today.
Okay, that's fine. We still have our peanut question from yesterday, but I encourage you to pick your 3 habits and do the homework. If you want to have a chance to win our book, the How Not to Diet, that actually came through. Then the word of the day is habits. Okay, so the word of the day is habits. Let me show it on the screen for you. Tomorrow we're going to be in the kitchen making a weight wellness dish for you. And if you have any questions or comments from anybody, you can send me an email, send me a comment or a DM. I'll be happy to have a dialogue and answer any questions you have. And on that note, we will sign off for today, and we will see you tomorrow in the kitchen. And we'll go back. We're going to go back to loving our life for a couple seconds.
I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful. I am magical. I am me. I love my life.